Alright, guys, welcome to part 16 of my least favorite movies list. We're gonna start off with one of the worst horror films ever made, along with Cujo and a few other horror movies, and that's Demonic Toys. The characters, all the characters look fake. I mean, look at these characters. They're all fake. And the acting in this movie is just atrocious. And the dialogue is such a huge mess. And the dialogue is not only a huge mess, but it is also very embarrassing. Even the directing was just terrible. I don't know why Demonic Toys had to exist. And it even got a sequel, which the sequel all was just as bad as this movie. It was both of them were just totally unwatchable. All the toys look completely fake. And the acting is just atrocious. Everybody just wasted their talent with this film. Even the directing is bad, and the plot is a huge embarrassment, and it's a huge mess. Like, the director didn't care if it was a mess, and he wanted to look like a mess, and he made this atrocity of a movie called Demonic Toys, and he made a sequel that was just as atrocious as the first film. Really? Did we really need a movie called Demonic Toys? I mean, no. Demonic Toys? No. No. This is not the type of movie for me I would want to see. No. This isn't the type of movie I would want to see. It's horrible. I like Toy Story better than this film. You know, the Toy Story trilogy is better than this piece of garbage. Demonic Toys is terrible, but the Toy Story trilogy, it's great. I'd rather watch the Toy Story trilogy than this, cause Toy Story was my childhood. This was a huge embarrassment. I don't know why Demonic Toys had to exist, and I don't know why it got a sequel. I'm just bewildered how it got a sequel like that, if the first one was terrible enough. So yeah, Demonic Toys, it's a completely wasted time for me. So yeah, moving on with Demonic Toys. Even the bear looks awful. All the toy characters looks hideous and fake. Yeah, all the characters from Demonic Toys not only look fake, but they all look hideous. And I don't think I want to talk about it anymore other than that. So yeah, moving on. Next one we got the movie Reanimated. Before we had Out of Jimmy's Head, which was a horrible show, we had the movie Reanimated. And what could I say? This was a major disappointment for Cartoon Network. This was also the main reason why Cartoon Network had started to go downhill. It went downhill since 2006. I think Reanimated was the main reason why the Cartoon Network had started to go downhill. This was Cartoon Network's beginning of them going downhill. Cause all the characters are not even likable. Especially the cartoon characters, which all of them are annoying. Especially the penguin, which tells terrible jokes. And the guy, Jimmy, he's a bland and uninteresting and dull character. The villain doesn't even make sense, and he's very laughable. He doesn't come out as threatening or malevolent. He just comes out as a very laughable and dumb villain. The plot, it's such a mess. This was before Out of Jimmy's Head we had Reanimated, which this was a really bad Cartoon Network movie to begin with, in my opinion, and in my thought. I thought Cartoon Network did such a poor job with this film. The acting is atrocious. The characters are not even likable at all. Not one. And it is embarrassing to Cartoon Network. This is Cartoon Network's a huge embarrassment. Not only a big disappointment, but also an embarrassment. Cartoon Network. Wow, Cartoon Network. Yeah. Once again, Reanimated is just a terrible movie with stupid characters, a very poor animation, confusing plot, atrocious dialogue, a stale ending, distasteful jokes. Just everything I could say about it. It's just a really bad film. So yeah, Reanimated, not the type of movie for me. Okay, moving on with Reanimated. Sorry if I went on. But this is one of Cartoon Network's biggest disappointment. And this was also the main reason why it started to go downhill. Oh yeah, here's another one. Again, this is another horror film that I can't stand. Evil Tunes. Again, this is another one of those horror films that was just awful. This looks atrocious. Even the main character, the cartoon character, he looks very atrocious. And the acting is just completely wasted. Everybody just wasted their time with this film. They just pretended to act just for the money. Just like how Reanimated was. They just pretended to act so that they could have money for their paycheck. No, that's not how it goes. You need to put effort in that. Evil Tunes, Reanimated, and Demonic Toys did none of that. The acting was just effortless. They should have been in much better films instead of this. The acting's atrocious. The main cartoon characters really bizarre and atrocious. The dialogue is a huge mess. It's another one of those terrible horror films I can't stand. And guys, I hate horror films. And I think I already told you this, but horror films are my least favorite genres. They are my least favorite genres of all time. I can't stand these kind of horror films. They are not the type for me, and they are they are also my least favorite movie genres. My favorite movie genres is anything from Disney, um, musicals, um, comedies, and classic films. Those are my type of those are the type of genre movies I like. But horror films are my least favorite movie genres of all time. And this is one of them. Evil Tunes, yeah, just a huge mess. I think I talked about too much of it. Moving on with Evil Tunes. I'm sorry, guys, if I'm going on forever, but this is such a terrible film. Sink, 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 sink. I got it. Oh yeah, here's one. Oh yeah, I think I'm I Bratz. Sorry if I took forever, but come on. It's based off of the Bratz dolls, which ugh. The acting in it's very atrocious. It has one of the worst actings ever. The dialogue in it is also a huge disaster. Like, come on, really? Really? The characters, all of the characters are just horrible. They're too mean spirited. They're too ill mannered. They're too selfish. They're too ignorant. Oh my god. None of the characters are even redeemable themselves. The directing is such a huge disaster as well. Like, the director who made this abomination. Come on. That was the most effortless directing I've ever seen throughout my entire life. I've seen films that had bad directing, but this had the most effortless and embarrassing directing ever. Come on. You could They should have put a lot of effort to this, but no. It's too little, too late for that. Cuz they didn't care and they didn't give a dog's ass, so they wanted to make this movie as a very poor excuse. And it bombed so badly, and people panned about this film. Bratz, do we really need that film? I don't think so. This movie's terrible and it's based off the Bratz dolls. And never have I seen it that atrocious before. My god. That movie's just atrocious. So yeah. Bratz, not the type for me. Nuh-uh. So yeah. Part 17 will be in session. This is me signing off and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, y'all.